Day two of the 2017 Orlando Summer League is in the books. We're back at it to recap the studs and duds of the day's game. And granted, it's the Summer League. There's going to be some good basketball, but there's also going to be some bad basketball. And I think we've seen that on both days. But with that being said, Dennis, who was a stud player for you today?
Cody, I think my first stud of the day has to go to lottery pick Luke Kennard. He had a great game today for the Detroit Pistons. He scored 14 points. He shot 5 of 13. He wasn't overly efficient from the field, but he showed that he had good playmaking ability. He had a couple of steals as well, and he had a nice 2 and 1 finishes. He just overall showed that he's going to bring a high level of play to the NBA.
Yeah, he looked good pretty early on. I agree with you there. My first stud of the day is number 6 overall pick, Jonathan Isaac for the Orlando Magic. And this is a guy that he came out yesterday kind of nervous, shot 2 of 10 from the field, didn't have his best debut, but he rebounded nicely today, 15 points, 13 rebounds, couple blocks, and looked really good active defensively, and definitely showed a lot of improvement from what we saw for him yesterday. And so, Dennis, who is your second stud?
Well, my second stud has to go to Eric Moreland, and this is the second day in a row that he's played very well. He put up a nice double-double. He was just a force on both ends of the court for the Detroit Pistons. He also threw in 4 blocks. He's got a 7'3" wingspan. He's a big dude.
Easy to block shots that way.
There's been talks around the NBA that he's going to be a cheap option to potentially make an NBA roster with the way that he's played so far these first couple days. He's making a great claim for that.
For sure. My second stud of the day was Derek Walton from the Orlando Magic again. Guy went undrafted, looked to be a great college player there at Michigan. Had a good day today. Looked very active, running the team, and that's what you want from a 4-year senior coming into a situation where they could definitely use some point guard help. I think that's good to say. And so, he had a no-look pass yesterday that for sure made some highlight reels. So he looked good today and some yesterday. So those were our studs for the day, and now we have to go make some real good friends here and call out a couple people that didn't have maybe the greatest game. So, Dennis, who was your first kind of dud of the day?
Yeah, this certainly isn't the friend-making part of the game, but Steven Zimmerman, for me, just for the second day in a row, did not do what he should be doing in the Summer League. He had, 4 fouls, 6 points, 5 rebounds. This is a 7-foot kid, somebody who played in the Summer League last year. He should be coming in here this second year, he's logged some NBA minutes and making and showing improvement, and he's just not doing that. At 7 feet tall, to have 3 rebounds yesterday and 5 rebounds today, that's not a good look.
Right, and I agree with you there, and that leads me into my dud was Bam Adebayo from the Miami Heat. He's a lottery pick, and he did have 14 points today, but he also shot 4 of 16 from the field, and just not what you want to see. If you go back to his first game, didn't shoot the ball incredibly well either. So definitely, if you're a Heat fan, you would have liked to have seen a lot more from Bam during the first 2 days. So who is your last dud?
My second dud comes from somebody who made our studs list yesterday. So, the inconsistency is just not good right off the bat, but it was Matt Costello. He was in the game for 15 minutes.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. No friends in this business, but he had 15 minutes. He didn't score a single point. He had 4 fouls, and he didn't get a rebound.
Not good.
It's, to play that inconsistency game, to go from having a good game to a bad game, somebody who, again, was in the Summer League last year, he should be putting up consistent points, consistent minutes. He's just not doing so far. So, he needs to tighten that up as the week goes on.
Right. And my last stud of the day, I'm going to give it – can I do the entire New York Knicks team? Because, you can. If you watch this team today, they did not lead in the game at all. They were down by as many as 35 points. They shot 35% from the field. So as a collective unit, they were just not good. And granted, Damian Dotson, their draft pick, did have a pretty good game. So, I don't want to lump him into that conversation, but to trail by as many as 35 points, just not what you want to see from your guys, your Summer League squad there. So those were our studs and duds from the day. We made some friends, maybe not as many friends with our duds, but stay tuned to Basketball Insiders all week for continued coverage of the Orlando Summer League.